Welcome to Provo, Utah, Lavelle Edwards Stadium at altitude. Altitude that's been piloted by the likes of Young, McMahon, and Detmer, and home to the BYU Cougars. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an inter-conference matchup, the BYU Cougars. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas Tech's offense will get the first swing of the game. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
After the misfire, now on second down. Looking to pass, it's Price. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Red Raiders are on the move. He wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on second and 10. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so. And A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So BYU's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Gets going and gets ahead of steam like that. So hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
To the ground. He's got it again. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's his offense with the first set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Flips it out in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
He's got his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. BYU line with first and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar line. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here. In this game, they're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
They're bringing heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yard. Splits the uprights. It's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They go to the ground. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Paying attention.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To throw, it's Price. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but not before takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And more yards after contact. Can anyone catch it? Touchdown, Red Raiders! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. Field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
Here we go.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Smashes through. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break.
Cut it. Easy.
The give. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. One drive has already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Tech Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
Unloads to the right. There's a connection. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator is anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to attack this defense.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Looking to throw it again. On target. Gets a crease at the 20. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. BYU lines up quickly. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Takes the easy completion. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Direct snap. And the Cougars have enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure you got that first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Under heat, he gets rid of it.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Working that left side now. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple inches short.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up for him.
He'll try it on the ground. Fakes his man out. Made him miss again. Just keeps moving. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Nothing but green ahead. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before half. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm rotating my go-to guy. I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play, maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Now, the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
On the ready.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Throws to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. Third down coming up.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
They'll run for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Here we go.
Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the gun, running back on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Moves.
Dropping back, it's Price. He'll try to do it himself. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They'll try to power their way ahead. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The Red Raiders will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll call for the fair catch here. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. We're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Right down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Red Raider. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room.
People are getting paid. People are cashing
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy #1 for that opposing sideline.
And the Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Still on his feet at the 45. And he breaks into the open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Hey, tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down.
There you go.
Looking to throw for it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. It is good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Slips through the line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and the defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion. So
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He got loose, almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. Nice job by the defender.
He caught it. Touchdown, Red Raider. And the route is on. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
On second down, he'll fire. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's what you use tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Ready, ready.
On the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it.
On the set.
First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. The give from the gun. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here comes the offense on second down.
29 Philly.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got him in the flat. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. BYU has this offense clicking. Power football with the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out really trying to establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense for the first 7 downs.
Come on, set. Ready.
Leaves it with the back. Bulls his way forward. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
Every offense wants to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
From the gun, the ground game. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They roll ready. Kick 3 tonight. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job of taking the ball.
There he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Red Raider. And the pummeling has started.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Florida State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Snags a quick pass on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll toss it. At the 45 on its way. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Cougars getting set for the first and 10.
Pound 55 weak.
Looking to move it through the air. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Still some work to do after that last completion and second down.
42 Spider. 4-2.
He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Slides away. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. On target over the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. Great move there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars are rolling down the field. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Burnett. They make the stop of this running game. Moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that when the tackle is finally made. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Running to the left. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? This quarterback part of their running game. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. He'll keep it himself. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
From the gun, the running back has it. And the Red Raiders get it past the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with a run. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Now on 2nd and goal. After the run, now a throw. Touchdown, Red Raider! And the punishment has been extended. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
And those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to get the first through the air. Get it out on the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. We We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Wants to return it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground.